Okay, our last one is going to be the Ebony Pencil. Ebony Pencil we have been working with since Art Foundations, and so you're pretty familiar with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just work again with the Ebony Pencil. I really want you to learn how to control the Ebony Pencil without having to smear it for blending, which means that you need to learn how to go from a dark to a mid-tone to a very light tone. I always think it helps if you start with a very sharp pencil. If you are using a really dull pencil, then I don't think it's as easy. So make sure you sharpen your pencil. Remember, we keep this reflective light right here because that reflection bounces off the table. Remember that we also shade in a crescent shape. Do not shade flat. To me, this is a really soothing. So I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I love shading with Ebony. But honestly, I love shading with any of the pencils, but I really love shading with Ebony Pencil and charcoal pencil. I'd say Ebony is my favorite though. It's just something about it. So my medium of choice, Ebony. So we're just going to create this moon shape all the way around. Remember, it's darkest at the bottom. We can always go back and make it darker. So right now we're just kind of working our way around the sphere, but we're not going to go too far to the highlight area. There we go. Bringing it back around. Okay. Now, here's what we need to do. We are going to start to darken it as it goes towards the bottom. So I'm just going to skip a little space, start pressing harder, keeping my pencil in a curved fashion. Bring it up towards that top point of the moon. Barely pressing that pencil now. Now I'm getting a little harder. Work your way around. Don't forget to leave that space down there. You're pressing harder towards the bottom, and you're working your way lighter and lighter towards the top, to where it's almost nothing. Keep spinning that around. Blend that in more. Some teachers say to go ahead and blend Ebony Pencil using a blending stump. I am not one of them. I did not learn that in college. I learned that you should control your Ebony Pencil without a blending stump. You really should be able to work lighter and lighter with it. And when you blend Ebony Pencil and regular pencil with a blending stump or your finger or any of those tools, then it starts to look a little muddy, and you do not want it to look muddy. Lightly. So if it's blended with the stump, that's fine for charcoal, because I really think charcoal is meant to smudge and smear and work that way, but this Ebony Pencil looks much prettier. Now I'm not gonna say that everything should not be blended with an Ebony Pencil, but because I've seen some really nice drawings where people have shaded or blended with the stump, but okay, it's not bad. Now you're going to go in and make sure that it's all smooth. Right in here, like I see it needs to be blended out a little more in here. Maybe a little up here. I could have done better there. Let's move on to the shadow. The shadow is going to be much darker than everything else. And the background, stick to one direction. Also, if it's this dark here, you definitely want it much darker in the background. So something to consider. Usually where you have a dark, then you have a light next to it popping forward. You don't want this the same color as that in the background. Or if you didn't want to go this dark, you could have gone like super light in one direction. That could have been another way to handle this. But I went dark. And there is your ebony sphere. I actually would clean this up. Keep that reflective, tiny little reflective spot. Okay, that is all I have for you. I hope you have a favorite one or two mediums, if not all of them, and that helps you with your future projects.